The Las Vegas Raiders are officially back on the field as organized team activities, better known as OTAs, kick off today, May 19th. This is the start of a crucial stretch in the offseason, with 10 total practices scheduled. Players will get a break on May 20th, then resume on the 21st and 22nd. So, what exactly are OTAs? Organized team activities are voluntary off-season workouts that allow teams to run on-field drills and install early parts of their playbook. While there's no tackling allowed, players can participate in 7-on-7, 9-on-7, and full 11-on-11 drills. These sessions are part of a structured, three-phase off-season program that helps teams build chemistry and prepare for the season ahead. While the workouts are limited in terms of contact and intensity, OTAs are a valuable opportunity, especially for a team like the Raiders, who are entering a new era with a fresh coaching staff. It's a chance to lay the foundation, establish leadership, and set the tone for training camp. Coming up next, we'll break down the top players to watch on both sides of the ball, starting with the offense. Let's kick things off with the top 10 Raiders players to watch during OTAs, starting with the offense. These rankings are based on who has the most to prove or the most intriguing role heading into camp. We'll go from number 10 to number 1, with number 1 being the most important player to watch. Number 10, Tommy Mellott, QB ATH. A versatile playmaker and last year's FCS Heisman winner, Mellott is a name to watch, especially on special teams. How the Raiders choose to utilize his skill set could offer early clues into his role on the roster. Number 9, DJ Glaze, OT. Drafted to potentially lock down the right tackle spot, Glaze enters OTAs with something to prove. It may be his job to lose, but the team still wants to evaluate what they have. Depth battles behind him, including players like Alex Bars, Jordan Meredith, and veteran guard Alex Kappa, will also impact how the offensive line takes shape. Number 8, Dylan Parham, OG. Parham is heading into the final year of his rookie contract, and he's doing so under a new regime. The Raiders brought in Alex Kappa, a player with ties to the front office, and they're high on Jordan Meredith. Where Parham lines up during OTAs might signal how the coaching staff views his long-term role. Number 7, Michael Mayer, TE. After spending much of last year battling injuries, Mayer is back and ready to compete, now with first-round pick Brock Bowers in the tight end room. How the Raiders plan to use both Mayer and Bowers could reshape the offense. This offseason is a key moment for Mayer to stake his claim. Number 6, Trey Tucker, WR. The speedster enters a pivotal third season. Will he earn more reps with the starters alongside Bowers and Jakobi Meyers? Or will newcomers like Dante Thornton Jr. cut into his role? Whether it's on special teams, in the screen game, or stretching the field, Tucker needs to show growth, or risk getting passed up. As we continue counting down the top offensive players to watch during OTAs, here are the final 5 names every Raiders fan should keep an eye on. Number 5, Bech, WR. Bech turned heads at rookie minicamp, looking like one of the standout performers. The big question now is whether his production holds up when facing established NFL defenders. OTAs will give us a glimpse at how he handles the next level of competition. Number 4, Jakobi Meyers, WR. All eyes will be on Meyers, not just for what he brings on the field, but also as a potential leader on this offense. He's entering a contract year, and his presence at OTAs could speak volumes about his mindset heading into the season. If he's fully engaged, it's a good sign for the offense's stability. Number 3, Kolton Miller, LT. Like Meyers, Miller is a player the Raiders may look to extend. He's been a pillar on the offensive line and is likely viewed as a cornerstone of the new regime. His attendance and performance during OTAs will be critical, especially as the team looks to protect a new starting quarterback. Number 2, Ashton Jeanty. RB Jeanty has a smooth, dynamic style that's hard to miss. While full contact isn't allowed, you can still see how fluid he is running between the tackles and catching passes out of the backfield. OTAs are the first look at how the coaching staff might use him in this offense, and early signs have been promising. Number 1, Geno Smith, QB. Geno Smith is the centerpiece of the Raiders' offensive reboot. With his accuracy, leadership, and veteran poise, Smith enters OTAs with the responsibility of setting the tone for the entire unit. If he can quickly build chemistry with the weapons around him, the Raiders will be in a strong position heading into training camp. His performance this offseason could define the ceiling of this team. Shifting to the defensive side of the ball, there may not be as many rookies on this list, but that doesn't mean there's any shortage of important storylines. This side of the roster is packed with players looking to prove their value or step into bigger roles. Here are the first 4 defensive players to keep an eye on. Number 10, Darnay Holmes, CB. Holmes enters OTAs with a chance to claim the starting slot corner role. The key question, is he getting first-team reps? If not, the player lining up in that spot will quickly move up this list. Slot corner is a crucial position in today's NFL, and how the Raiders sort that depth chart will be telling. Number 9, Jeremy Chinn, SLB. Chinn was brought in to be a hybrid defender, think Cam Chancellor style. Whether he's lining up in the box, covering tight ends, or patrolling the flats, expect the Raiders to experiment with his versatility. If he can thrive in that hybrid safety linebacker role, it could add a physical playmaking dimension to the defense. Number 8, Jakorian Bennett, CB. Bennett was arguably the Raiders' most reliable cornerback last season. With Nate Hobbs and Jack Jones no longer in the picture, Bennett has a chance to step into a leadership role in the secondary. If he continues to develop, he could emerge as one of the more underrated corners in the league. Number 7, Devin White, LB. Signed to a 1-year prove-it deal, White enters camp with a chip on his shoulder. Once viewed as one of the most promising young linebackers in the league, he's looking for a resurgence. If the Raiders can unlock his potential, he could be a difference-maker in the middle of the defense. Keep an eye on how he's used alongside veteran Elandon Roberts, who's already shown signs of becoming a vocal leader on this team. As we move up the list, there's even more intrigue building on the defensive side of the ball. The Raiders have plenty of competition brewing at key positions, especially at linebacker and in the secondary. Here are the next set of names worth keeping tabs on at OTAs. No 6, Elandon Roberts, LB. Roberts is already emerging as a vocal leader, and there's a real chance he takes over the green dot, the communicator role on defense. That position isn't just about football IQ, it's about trust. If he becomes the signal caller, it would speak volumes about how much the coaching staff values his leadership. Watch how he organizes the defense. Players clearly respect him. Number 5, Amari Gaynor, LB linebacker, is one of the biggest question marks on this roster, and Gaynor is right in the mix to carve out a role. With the departure of Amari Burney and a wide-open depth chart, Gaynor, along with names like Tommy Eichenberg, could force his way into the rotation. This is a key evaluation period for a position group that needs clarity. Number 4, Tyree Wilson, edge. Wilson is starting to gain buzz inside the building. Sources close to the team say he's turning heads, and when that kind of praise comes from respected teammates, it carries weight. The physical tools have never been in question. Now it's about showing consistent growth. If he puts it together, he could become a nightmare off the edge. Number 3, Malcolm Kuntz, edge. Before an ACL injury derailed his momentum last offseason, Kuntz was flashing serious potential. He still managed 8 sacks in just 9 games in 2023. If he and Wilson both hit their stride, the Raiders could be looking at one of the most dangerous pass-rushing duos in the league. OTAs offer a glimpse at whether Kuntz is fully back and ready to dominate. Number 2, Decamerion Richardson, CB. Drafted in the 3rd round, Richardson enters a crowded cornerback room, but he brings intriguing size and athleticism. How he performs in coverage against receivers like Eric Stokes and how quickly he adjusts to the speed of the NFL will be key indicators of how soon he can contribute. The battle for outside corner snaps is going to be one to watch. Number 1, Christian Wilkins, DT. Topping the list is none other than Christian Wilkins, and for good reason. The Raiders made a major investment in him this offseason, signing him to one of the richest contracts ever for a defensive tackle. That move sends a clear message. This defense will be built from the inside out. There were some early questions about a foot injury, but all indications are that Wilkins is good to go. Now the focus shifts to what really matters: leadership, performance, and presence. The Raiders didn't just bring him in to eat up space. They expect him to set the tone, on and off the field. If he delivers in all 3 areas, don't be surprised to see him wearing a captain's C come September. Wilkins has the chance to elevate the entire defensive front. And if he plays like the force he was in Miami, this defensive line could be one of the best in the NFL. What about Max Crosby? Yes, Max Crosby isn't on this list, But that's not because he's not important. Quite the opposite. Crosby is already the standard. He's the best player on this roster and one of the most consistent forces in the league. You know what you're getting from Max? Relentless effort, elite production, and leadership. This list was about players to watch at OTAs, players with something to prove or roles to solidify. And Crosby? He's already proven. But his job now? Help elevate everyone around him. Final thoughts. These are just a handful of the key names to watch during Raiders OTAs. From rookies to veterans, position battles to breakout candidates, this is the time when foundational work gets done. Got a player you think should have made the list? Let's hear it. Whether it's on offense or defense, the competition is just getting started.